Hi, I'm Nick Waterman. I play guitar and sing in Vypers.
I'm Misha, I play bass.
I'm Liam Cosby, I play guitar.
Damien, I play drums.
And we are Vypers from Toronto. And we play loud rock and roll music. Liam and I met in St. Catharines about 7 years ago, and we were just playing like local shows and writing a lot of songs. And then we moved to Toronto in 2014 and like got more serious and got this lineup together.
Yeah, that was sort of the beginning of Vypers, I guess, when we moved to Toronto. Yeah, and we'd been playing a lot of shows with Damien. With his other band, Low Animal, and he joined up with us. And then, yeah, we kind of set up the Toronto lineup. Misha joined up just over the summer.
Yeah, we like in St. Catharines we didn't really like have much of like there wasn't much of a scene going on, and when we moved to Toronto, like we met like all these great bands and started playing like decent shows, and we opened for Black Lips a couple years ago, which was like the big like kind of changer that like made us think that we could probably do something with it. And But yeah, no, we're actively writing a full length that we want to like probably shop to bigger labels. So we're at this point independent.
Yeah.
We played Esco for Fish Fest
Summer before last, 2017.
2017,
yeah.
And it was like honestly one of my favorite shows we've ever played. Like the crowds in Montreal, especially here, are just like so much wilder than in Toronto. And like we weren't even like headlining that show, but they like asked us for like an encore, and we played Gloria.
Yeah.
Crowd just went nuts. It was awesome.
Yeah. So
I love Montreal crowds, and this venue's like legendary for that.
The current status.
The current status. Okay, so yeah, we just dropped this double single, Mr. Teeth and Mr. Glue. We recorded that at Candle Recording in Toronto with Dylan Franklin. He's an engineer and producer, and he's the guitarist for the band Tallies.
And he's like, he did like, it's one of my favorite recording we've ever done.
Yeah,
like
for sure.
It's the first recording I'm on.
Yeah, it's actually that's Misha's first
they're like just
first recording with us.
they're just two like high-powered desert songs, and they're like to tease this full length that we're writing. That's sort of like not quite a concept record, but it's I don't want to say too much about it.
Yeah.
So we're working on that, and we're also playing, or we're working on doing a festival circuit this summer, and we're putting out a video for Mr. Teeth. It's in the works.
We got some other live session stuff that we did last summer. The single from our last EP, Mr. Girl, the live session of that came out recently, but there's a live Mr. Teeth coming out soon, and probably a couple more from that session that we did at the Oscillitarium, which is sort of the recording space and like headquarters of the band Possum, who we play with a lot.
Yeah, if we're talking about like the Toronto scene, there's like a really cool like psych garage kind of scene going on with bands like Possum, Brenda, and Crazy Bones, Witch Rot, who we're playing with tonight.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Dylan who produced this. He's doing the Witch Rot stuff. He's also doing the Brenda full length. So it's like, yeah, it's kind of like a tight knit thing.
And it all kind of like circulates around Oscillotarium, which is like the studio that Possum run out of their home in Scarborough, and it's like they're just wizards. Like they record like to like really like obsolete old like tape machines, and they're great.
Yeah.
We did a lot, like our live video for a bunch of songs. Like some of it's released and some of it's yet to come, but it's like it's all like live off the floor from Oscillotarium.
Yeah, and like recorded straight to tape as well. So yeah, it's cool. And then shot by what do they call themselves? The company.
Dollar Bin
Yeah,
videos.
Dollar Bin.
Yeah, they're another like pretty big part of the scene. They shoot live videos for like up and coming bands in Toronto. And they kind of have like a punk psych kind of focus. Really cool. Yeah. So there is like a really cool community in Toronto. But it's like so big, so it's like every scene is sort of isolated from each other. So like, what's a big deal for us is not like a big deal for the other. Like, for some of our peers who are in like a slightly different, like more post-punk scene or something like that.
Fishbomb's been really good about like mixing the two though.
Yeah,
like,
that's
there's a big merge like that happens between Montreal and Toronto now. I think like largely because of it. Like Fish Fest has Fish Fest Montreal, Fish Fest Toronto, and like bands switch back and forth, and like it's just it was really great this year. Like
it was really key. Like when we hooked up with those guys, like the two scenes like totally merged together.
Yeah,
There was like
definitely
just
smashed
twice as
together.
many bands that we could play with and like
Yeah, we're all
tour
doing
with.
festivals together and stuff. Yeah, the Montreal, Toronto, just smash up.
Thank you so much for the Vypers from Toronto City. Fuzzy Undertones are up next. But we're gonna play some more though. We put out some new shit this week.